maybe we just start there and hear a little bit about how this training cycle has gone for you. Has it gone well? And, where's your head at now that we are just over a week out from the race itself?
All right. Yeah. The training cycle's been really good. I don't think it's kind of funny because I don't think my Coach Stone, does many things different when he transitions you from a 10K on the track to the marathon, with the exception of you're always hitting high mile weeks. And so I thought, we had our first few weeks of the build and I was like, this isn't that bad. I love this marathon training. And then, by the fourth week, I was like, man, when's this going to end? I'm so tired all the time. Just no dropping mileage, no short workouts. And it's kind of been, I don't know, that's kind of been the hardest thing, but now we're kind of in taper time. So I don't know, dropped my mileage by 10 miles last week and then I'll drop it down to 70 from, a high of 115 for this week. And I'm like, man, I feel great. I forgot how good it feels to drop mileage.
So how much higher is that than you would, I guess, normally be training at in terms of volume? Is it a significant jump, or is it more so that the workouts themselves are just a lot, more volume in each of the workouts?
It's more that the workouts are more volume. It's not a significant jump, but we don't have, in track season, you'll have low weeks because you'll race so much. But in the marathon build, it's even if you're racing, you just power through. And it's we ran, Clayton Young and I both ran the 20K champs together. And leading up to that race, we did a 100-mile week. And I would never do that in a track race. I wouldn't, right. I wouldn't even be racing. Sometimes I'd only hit 100 miles and it'd be a quality week. So I don't know. I think it's just the consistent high miles.
How about give us, during this training cycle, what was one of the biggest workouts that you did? Any workouts in particular that stand out as really hard ones, or ones that went really well that are telling you that you're really ready to go? Do you want 20% off and free shipping right to your door on award-winning brews? Use our code BEERMILE20, that's BEERMILE20, all one word, at athleticbrewing.com to get 20% off your entire order today. With Athletic Brewing's non-alcoholic craft beers, you can drink guilt-free without the hangover. Give it a try. BEERMILE20, all one word, BEERMILE20 at athleticbrewing.com for 20% off. Cheers.
Yeah, we did a little, trying to think what we did about last week. This week we did an 8-mile PMP, just kind of trying to get in the rhythm of marathon pace. And if I were able to look at my watch the whole time or see a clock the whole time, I would probably slow down, but it was most of our miles were about 445, 446. And it just felt very comfortable. I could hold that for a long time. Nice. So that was a good one. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I even did last week, because I feel like I had something big last week, but nothing's really coming. I can't even remember, but I don't know. Lots of workouts like that. Just I had a tempo. Actually, I had one workout that was pretty big for me. It was a 6-mile tempo, and it was just me starting it out on my own. I think Clayton Young had a race coming up, and Jared Ward was dealing with a hamstring issue. And so I did it on my own with Coach Stone riding the bike alongside me, which I've never had before. And I averaged, I think it was 434, and it felt very smooth, not exactly relaxed, but in the middle of a 110-mile week, it was if I can run that for another, 7.1 miles, it's about the American record in the half, and, put me down at sea level, put me in a race, tapering. And that kind of gave me confidence of, okay, the fitness is there. I'm strong, but I just gotta, I still had, that was 4 weeks ago. So I still had 6 weeks till the marathon was coming up, but it was a nice boost to confidence. Okay, your strength is better than it's ever been.
Absolutely.
Based off of those workouts, what are your, I guess, what are your goals and how do you go about setting those goals for an event like this?
Yeah. So my goals, I don't know, Coach Icestone just kind of, I let him kind of set the goal for the marathon because I was like, I don't even know like what to expect. And he'll just see what people runs and he'll be like, oh, you're faster than them, or like, oh, you can run as fast as them. He's kind of funny because he likes to, kind of boost his athlete's confidence when he says stuff like that. But when he sees somebody else running really fast in super shoes, he's like, oh, well, you should go for this then. And so he's like sub 208. He thinks 207.40. That's kind of what he thinks I should pace out at, like 450 pace. But he also, I don't know, I could see him being even telling me to go a little more aggressive. When I talked to Clayton Young, just like a couple of days ago, I was like, when did you and Coach Icestone finalize like your race plan and what goals you're going to hit? And he's like, oh, I was in the hotel like the day before the race. Oh, great. What a good time to find, okay, I'm doing this race, and this is the pace I want to hit. So yeah. I just kind of listened to him and let him decide on that. I think another big part is just kind of like seeing how the workouts go and just being like how everything feels. And then when the weather comes and you're like, I don't know, in track, it's like, okay, like bad weather comes, you just throw out the time goal out the window. Mm-hmm. But in a marathon, you're like, okay, I still need a time goal because I don't know, there's so many good guys in the marathon that on the right day can pop it off. You can't, from what I have like little experience on, or pretty much no experience, you can't really set a place goal heading into a marathon unless you're one of the, top dogs. And so until I'm one of those top dogs, I'm just going to be like, okay, like sub 208 on a good weather day, maybe sub 207.30 on a great weather day. But, I'm new to it and I'm just going to experiment and see what happens.